Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Queek. Thank you as always for joining me on the show. Really appreciate that. I'm really excited to get into today's guest, but before we do, I'm going to say the things you always hear, but hopefully some new listeners will be influenced. Please follow the show on Twitter at Battle Rap Resume if you want to get updates about episodes coming up or sort of things that I'm planning to do. You want to get in touch with me, do that. You want to get in touch with me as also get through the email, battleresume@gmail.com. I guess I'll give a small plug as well. I don't want to sort of dwarf Battle Resume. I've started a new podcast about Metallica. If you like Metallica, check it out. It's called Alpha Metallica. Yeah, that's about it. What else do we have here? The Patreon, of course, patreon.com/Battle Resume. If you want to support the show, thank you to everyone that is supporting the show. We've got over like 30 patrons who are donating to Battle Resume monthly just because they dig the show, they want to give back. That is so good of you. Seriously honoured. Really awesome to see. So patreon.com/Battle Resume, the Twitter, the YouTube, all that good stuff. But yeah, let's get into my guest. And my guest is like the meteoric rise this guy has had that is, I mean, it's as impressive as it is deserved. Like, the guy has not really put a foot wrong. I've always been a fan. Making these notes was a joy. I was just saying just before we went on air, just because, there's so many good bars in here. And for someone like myself that just likes that sort of aggressive, creative, intelligent sort of wordplay, like it's just rife for that stuff. And Scoop, like a lot of people, battle rap's full of comparisons. So, people are, whether intentional or not, he's the new Jonah, he's a Yunnan clone, whatever. It's kind of it's got that sort of asymmetric kind of element to it. Is it fair to say, just in the style that you write, I definitely see a kind of, I see like a B Magic sort of influence, or?
Yeah, a lot of people have said that. It's because it sounds like I've got a rhythm when I'm rapping. It's because I used to, obviously, I come from a grime background a very long time ago. I used to do a lot of music, do a lot of grime. I still do a bit of it now. So it's like I still write to that kind of cadence. And it's like, with regards to like punchlines, and I like punchline rappers. And B Magic was always like one of my favorites, battle rappers coming up. So yeah, like a comparison is kind of an accurate one.
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of an obvious one, but I just sort of wanted to hear your take on it. And I remember speaking to you actually at Checkpoint 4 after the DNA battle. We did the interviews. I think Don't Flop are going to release those sort of as the battles get released. You can see them on the Facebook page if you want to check them out. And one of the things we spoke about briefly was, you said to me, you've been a fan. You've been a fan for so long, and you spoke then about sort of B Magic and URL. Okay, it's not that ancient, but it's kind of shows a sort of knowledge. Like, were you deep into it before you ever stood on that Battle of the Brave stage?
Oh yeah, I've been a battle rap fan since like the Smack DVD era.
Right, shit.
Yeah, like I used to buy the Smack DVDs like with the Mook, the Party Arties, the Gin, the Verses. I used to, like, I've been a fan for so long. I used to watch 106 in Park. That's how far back it goes, like 2006. So I've always loved battle rap. I've watched, like, and the thing about it is I never envisioned or pictured myself battle rapping at all.
Right.
I never did whatsoever. But I always used to write bars, and then like Battle of the Brave was when I kind of got a shot, and then I kind of made the decision to just give it a go.
And you mentioned the grime beforehand. Were you still Scoop then? Has that always been your name since back in the day?
Yeah, well, since school. Yeah, since year 7.
Oh, right. And how did it get bestowed? Do you remember? Or?
I don't even remember. Like, we were just, since year 7, I don't know, the name just stuck.
Yeah.
I just never changed it. I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, no, since year 7, no, I get that. But I mean, is there no fear that sort of the names are similar, aren't they? Like, there's someone out there called Snoop, like, I guess in The Wire as well, and obviously Snoop Dogg. Scoop is quite a common sort of name. I guess, like, we've seen in battle rap, people be like, Bizzo becomes Bizzo Bond, or Raptor Warhurst, or Gem. Like, are you going to protect Scoop, or do you feel that it's just too defining?
I feel like, I think a name becomes distinctive to you with regards to how much work you put in. So it's like, I feel like I will be the only Scoop you know in this country.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of
no, that's true.
Hopefully.
Definitely. I guess just Fat Man Scoop, that was a guy, he was quite big, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's big.
Yeah, he's massive. But I mean, yeah. But we'll get to the battles then, because it is a crazy sort of, I dare say the word in the battle rap context, but Cinderella sort of story. Like, it's sort of, it's it's mad how, this fan gets pulled up on stage, which is kind of the cliched thing, and then, rise to the ranks and now gets an international in a ridiculously quick space of time. Why were you at this event, Battle of the Brave? Were you with anyone? Were you supporting anyone? Were you just a fan, or?
I went there like simply as a fan. It was it was a good friend's birthday of mine, because a lot of my mates, we love battle rap, and it was a friend's birthday of mine, and he had bought the tickets. And I just thought, okay, cool. So I come on, I saw the card, I saw Charlie Clips, I saw Hollow, and I just thought, yeah, I definitely got to go to this card.
I hear this. See, a lot of men seem to be riding this wave, but you're going to be the first that I make drown. See, off cam, I've killed many man, but on cam, you're going to be the first that I take down. Wait. It's going to get crazy, trust me. Because to me, this is like you were seeing no choking. I'm going to go straight for the takedown. I'm going to expose every reason you're shit. So you best go to AA and make sure you're covered, because this battle's going to be more than a breakdown. See, fam, I came with this game with a cold sound.
Had you been to events before, or was this your first? Or
I think I'd been to one. I'd been to one Don't Flop event before.
Which was that?
I can't even... What card was it?
Who was battling?
Actually, that's the thing I'm trying to remember. It was such a long time ago. Like, it was that long ago. Like,
right. What, like, Raise the Bar? Because they had some forgettable events. Or...
It was long. It was in Brixton Jam, but I don't remember what event it was.
Yeah. I mean, they're throwing some classic events there, Sunburn, etc., and you know, loads of those good ones here. But yeah, like you say, it is a crazy event, and the battle sort of, I should say. You battle a guy on stage and this gets captured. Your names aren't in the title of the battle. The title of the battle is Surprise Battle of the Night, #BOTB UK, which is, I mean, Battle Rap Scoop, they're so full of these companies, aren't they, that do one flashy event and they're gone.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was kind of a disappointment on their side. But, you know, I'm hearing it was financial problems and all sorts, you know, but... It was unfortunate.
Yeah, but I mean, the signs were there from the start, because the battle begins with Clips talking to the crowd, clearly trying to calm down quite an anxious crowd. And agitated. Have people been waiting around for hours? It seemed that way.
Oh man, that event. I don't get me wrong. I have a bit of sympathy for people running their first event, especially at Ministry, such a big venue.
Yeah.
But you could clearly see it was their first time ever running an event like that, because there was like such a long break between battles. And then the crowd was really, like, pissed off. Like, I'm talking extremely pissed off. So,
Hello?
Isn't what they should do. And then that's obviously when he came up with the idea where, like, let's get 2 people from the crowd. And then, go on.
No, just the crowd, you were saying, kind of got quite agitated. They have kind of more of a spin the mic kind of vibe than a Don't Flop one, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, just sort of, just more agitated, more annoyed. And you get the guy, who's the guy that comes up and battles you? I don't catch his name.
You know what the funny thing about it is? I don't know who he is. I found out through my workplace, there's a guy that I know who was actually good friends with him. And I didn't find this out till like a year later. I just don't know, man.
No, because it's weird, because obviously, you know, we know you from further battles. I don't know if you say your name. I think Clips just say your name. Yeah, you say, don't you introduce yourself as Scoop? And it is quite, repping Croydon, you say. So, yeah, there is that kind of thing. But just before we get, because, I mean, this is just a crazy event. I urge people to check out the video of this. And, you come on, Clips is there. I mean, what a great personality Clips is. He's such a great crowd work, isn't he? Yeah,
definitely. He's a showman all round. He's a proper showman all round.
Yeah, and I remember
Very
being...
charismatic.
Yeah, and I remember being backstage actually, and you guys were there, and I think you guys like met, and he like remembered you, and you talked about it. It was quite cool.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was nice. It was good.
Yeah. It's very, very good of him. And yeah, the guy comes on, and then you come on, and then Clips sort of, Josh is a bit here and there. Big T versus medium T is sort of what he says.
Funny.
And then the guy who, I guess will remain nameless, we don't know this guy's name, your opponent, pulls the mic away, and he's like, Charlie's bigger than me, and it kind of gets a bit booed. Like, it's not very good.
Nah, the problem with him was, and I think he kind of set the standard for me, where it was like, he grabbed the mic and he kind of gave them this impression that he was so confident. And then when he didn't live up to it, it was like, anything I would have said afterwards, it would have it could have been it could have just been mediocre, and it still would have looked better than him. So I feel like he just kind of set me up to. I think he kind of set me up to destroy him in that sense.
Yeah, maybe so. And I guess we should say, just before we get into your verses itself, how did you get pulled on crowd? Did literally Clips just said you, or what?
No, do you know what it was? Yeah, these jerks that I was with, or should I say, the people that probably helped me push my career, they pointed me out in the crowd, and they were like him, and I just said okay, no worries, and I just got on the stage.
All right, yeah, and it is. Was there any nerves? Was all that grime experience earlier? You feel quite calm.
Yeah, do you know what? A lot of people say that I was shitting a brick. I just have a good poker face. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's a hell of a lot of people there.
There was a lot, man. That was a lot. I've seen Ministry packed before. It was quite packed in there.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, Clips, says, for you to introduce yourself, you introduce a scoop like that. And it is important, regardless of what you say, which is true, that you could have just delivered anything. It's kind of, you kind of have like this open moment really to really kind of nail it. And there is this pressure. There is like, will he choke his bar? Because you remember the guy who sort of got the boo said like, this ain't fair, and kept trying to explain to the crowd, which, I mean, you've lost if you're arguing with the crowd. So you kind of have to just,
definitely.
And the whole idea of like, off cam killed many men, but on cam going to be the first, I'm going to take on like crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
It was.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that was. I'd been writing so much bars. Like I think I had 3.5 minutes worth of stuff just randomly.
Yeah, it was just.
So
you just had this. What? You just put this verse together in your head, sort of thing, or?
Yeah, I'd written it out, and then I just said, "All right, cool," because I'd been dabbling in trying to write again. So I just thought those are the first lyrics I'd written in about 5 years. So
wow.
I just thought, let me see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff you do is quite, I don't know, it's quite atmospheric rather than like attacking, but still good. Came in this game with a cold sound, with the kind of energy that can bring life to a ghost town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
I like the feel of that one.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
And
I
then
think it was the next one. I'm mad.
Yeah, and the whole beer, only thing serving is cold rounds, which hits really hard. I mean, just really, really strong here, and just some of the bars that get slept on a little bit, ironically, wake people up, but not going to get say I've been slept on.
Oh yeah. Those, you find that always happens in battles. There's certain lines that will get slept on. I think it could come down to how it's delivered. I think especially back then, obviously, I didn't like my case was way too fast. Was way too fast. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. And you have some absolute haymakers. The sort of the selfie line, the end of a flash and a headshot.
Oh yeah, that's to this day that's one of my favorite bars I ever wrote.
Amazing.
It's one of my favorite bars I ever wrote. I can't lie.
How was this your first time battling? Like, it's mad. Like the quality.
Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. I just that's the thing I've always said to myself. Like I've even since back in the day, I've always wanted to write punchlines. Now with punchlines, obviously a lot of them are going to be hit and miss, but when they hit, when they land. So they say.
Yeah.
So I've always just liked, I've always been known for writing punchlines.
Yeah. It's satisfying, isn't it? As a writer of punchlines, to kind of uncover some new wordplay or new way of saying something.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world, especially when you can. Like, when you can find something that other people haven't said, that is definitely the best feeling as well.
Yeah. And that reaction of the crowd who really... when you hear new original writing in battle rap, it hits like this element of your brain and your body, and it's just very cool to hear.
Oh, most definitely, yeah. It's a beautiful thing because battle rap's become so saturated. Like, it's kind of hard to, like, say something or something. And especially with so much battles out now, you literally have to do your research to make sure you're not saying the same things other people have said.
Yeah, there was when we get into this sort of the later stuff as well, the kind of more gear than a riot van, the Iron Man sort of idea as well, and he just, I mean, the other guy, whoever he is, please someone comment below if they remember who he is, doesn't do as well, and you get to sort of finish off a little bit of your verse at the end, which is quite nice as well. Do you remember Clips saying that he's going to give you like a free bottle of vodka at the end? It's really nice of him.
Yeah, he had to. He had to, man. I'm sorry, like, he had to because he promised it.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for it, but yeah, man, I don't know. I think because like it was. I don't know, man. I think personally because everybody was waiting for Math to get in the building,
Mm.
and obviously now they've got something they can put on camera. So I think they were just happy and grateful.
Yeah, it was really strong. And like, what about the rest of the night? Were people in the crowd like, "Oh, good on you"? What was the sort of reaction?
It was funny when I got off the stage and everybody was like, "Oh man, that was sick. That was crazy." I got back to my boys. They were just like, they was ecstatic. They were going mad, and people in the crowd was there. There was a lot of people that was there. You know, Locksmith was there. Obviously,
Yeah,
Tony D was there.
Furts.
I was there. Yeah, Rivers was there. There was loads of people there, and they were like, "Oh, you need to continue." I
Yeah,
mean, at this point, I didn't know if I was even going to continue.
really.
Yeah, I just thought, straight.
You'd be like this myth if you never continued, man. Just this fan who got on and killed shit and just never came back. Like, it's not.
I know it'd be crazy. It'd be a waste.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, exactly. It'd be a horrible waste. I mean, what about the rest of the event? Did you see many of the battles there? Because there was some good stuff that went down.
Yeah, Tony D and Arsenal. No, Tony D and Math offer.
Yeah.
Math died.
Yeah.
Math really died. That event. I saw all the battles. I saw every single battle. So who else was on the card? Hitman and Bonkers. That was a body bag as well. And then the Hollow and Pat's Day, which is where everyone really got pissed about.
Yeah. I mean, so sad it was a one rounder for what, man.
You literally set it up for KOTD to now do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was really sad.
Yeah, it was.
And I mean, that was a battle like a lot of people, most people came in to see. JC and Arsenal was good.
Yeah, didn't JC kind of choke? I don't really remember that one. No.
He didn't remember the back end of his second and third, I remember.
Oh, shit.
And it was one of those battles where, like, obviously JC's writing is so intricate. But Arsenal's such a veteran, and his vocal projection and how he appeals to a crowd kind of overpowered JC on the night.
Yeah, it was a shame as well. And JC's someone I definitely want to get to Don't Flop. Like, he's phenomenal. Oh,
definitely. He's an animal. He is. I've been saying it since his Proven Ground battle, like, years ago against that Time Bomb guy.
Time Bomb, yeah.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah, those early battles. Oh man, those early battles. He battled Luciano Crack as well. Obviously, Chiller in that era as well.
Yeah, that's the best Proven Ground battle ever.
Oh, it's one of my favorites ever, man. It's just
ever. Chiller and JC, definitely.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because I understand there is this sort of modern bias against Chiller, but if you watch that battle, it's some of the greatest writing ever on camera. Like,
oh, most definitely.
It's just especially
Chiller gets a lot of flack.
Yeah, he does.
But he is one of the best writers, point blank, period. Like, he gets a lot of flack. I think earlier on in his career, he got a lot of flack because he was doing a lot of scheming. So it was kind of like, all he does is take something and scheme about it. How hard is it to take something and build build a scheme around it? But then he's up to his game a lot.
Yeah, I kind of like his sort of nerdy earlier battles, like the sort of Kashi in like B Magic, MCD sort of thing. Like, but I know what you're saying. I'd prefer the older style in Chiller, but I think his resume is outstanding. He's battled some of the biggest people on the biggest stages, and regardless of letting a pen decide this, he is still a decent battler. But let's get into your next battle, man. It wasn't long until you were back on the Gab, first on the Gab, I should say, against Reckless. How did this come about?
Shout out to Gift to the Gab, man. It's a home squad. It came about through, I was talking to Rivers and Snoop. Everyone knows Rivers is a close personal friend of mine, and but then Snoop called me and was like, obviously I was at Battle Brave, and I wanted to see if I could get you to battle. And I said, all right, cool. That's when I made the decision. I said to myself, you know what? Let me see if I can actually battle, if I can actually write 3 rounds. And let me see if I can actually write 3 rounds and remember them and actually do what I need to do. And yeah, that's just how it was. He just gave me the opponent Reckless, and I thought, okay, let me just Let me work and see see how it goes.
When was the last time you had heat packing hot food in a lunchbox?
Hold it down, man.
But don't worry, that's on the horizon. What? You don't get the picture? That means I won't hesitate to get some shot. I mean, picture me losing to you. I got more chance failing a blood test. I'm the kind of man that...
Yeah, I always love the visuals on Gift of the Gab. You know, they're fucking excellent. They're probably, you know, equivalent to sort of Black Ice Cartel sort of stuff. Like, you know, there's a real attention to sound design and atmosphere. This is Initiation Volume 1. Against Reckless, as you say, 5-star firms introducing Tanika Tan is there. I mean, you know, this is... Gab as a whole, just before we get into this battle, I mean, obviously you gave props to Gab straight away. Like, they've been a home to you, really, haven't they? A great place to grow in. Like,
Oh, of course. Most definitely, man. They're like a lot of my brothers are the Gab, man. I'll have nothing but love for Gift of the Gab.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to get Snoop on the show for ages, so yeah, that'll be good to get him on. We've definitely been speaking about it. So, Reckless kicks us off. I mean, he's not bad, is he? But like, he initially struggles with the mic. He just sort of performs into his collar.
Yeah, and it obviously was so obvious as well. Even just so obvious with it as well. I just thought, oh well. But just thought, oh well, you know what? I'm not gonna complain. Especially first battling. I thought I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah. No, I feel that. But I mean, going into sort of his verse, really, it's quite long-winded. He says that apparently you were going to kill him in the first 16. You'd like put that online.
Yeah, I wrote straight. Like those days we were on Gab Chat, in the social media group. Everybody was going back and forth, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna kill me." I said, "Yeah, I said I'm gonna kill you in the first 16 bars." And I just said, and he said it's not gonna happen. I said, "Okay." We'll see.
To be fair, man, you do. Like, you know, we'll get to just to close out Reckless verse. He has a bar that I made a little comment on in my notes, and someone else in the comments was like, "Why did he say this?" He says that he has the beard of a jihad. I'm not quite sure why he goes for that.
Oh, is it the jihad bar? Did you say?
The jihad. Yeah.
I don't know what possessed him to say that, but you know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It.
It doesn't get a good reaction. It's kind of a bad choice here. But, you know, you said you were going to get him in the first 16, and then you have the sort of, you know, a lot of men don't see eye to eye to me till they lose one like Fetty Wap.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Huge reaction.
Yeah, the crowd they were kind of went mad for that.
Yeah. I mean, compared to the entirety of Reckless's first, you get more reaction from that one bar. So, you know, it's crazy. People even repeat it when you go back into it, you know. And so for the money, give it up. For that cream, I can make sure to get some blocked.
Oh yeah, I remember. Well, you reminded me of some of the stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, man. Yeah, man, it's some crazy shit. Do you remember the sort of sequence you have where you're like catching more air, and then it's like catching more air than a sundress?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's nice. If I seem stressed, I will get this man stitched up like a seamstress.
Oh yeah, I remember all first round, innit?
Yeah, all first round. Broke guy making a sandwich. Fam, I didn't come in with no filler.
Yeah, people started laughing when I said that.
It is quite funny. And Scoop, like, I mean, in wider battle rap senses, there's certain things that are like, you know, cool. If there was like a battle rap hall of fame, you'd have like the King of the Dot chain, or, you know, Young Ill's ice pack or whatever, or maybe even the Gift of the Gab, you know, the sort of poster there in the back. Like, that's a classic image.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's got a lot of meaning there. And Reckless again, sort of just does an impression here. He quite admirably goes from she sells seashells into talking about like shells.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
No. I mean, you roll your eyes.
Yeah, I was just like, there was a bit of animosity before that battle. I just thought, yeah, okay. I want you to say something crazy.
It's kind of listless, unfortunately. I love this as well. This is quite subtle in your second. No threat in here of a team of animals. Not a hood man, I'm a road vet.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
It didn't pop the way I thought it would, but it was alright.
Yeah, it's kind of... I mean, I guess a common complaint, and it's not too bad here, at least. You're quite quick, aren't you? You said that earlier. Like, you tend to sort of not rush, but it's you get everything out, but kind of... I don't know.
I wasn't letting the bar sink. At all, but I was still trying to find my feet with regards to delivery. Even now, I'm still trying to find it.
Yeah. No limitations to the top making my own steps, like immigration, one wrong move and you might get your boat checked.
Oh yeah, I was happy when I read that. I was happy with that.
Fire. Like, I want to urge as well, because, like, you know, I mean, I don't know why, Scoop, but for some reason these battles on Gift of the Gab, you know, have all of them have under 2,000 views, which is crazy, really. You know, you've been bringing the quality. Forget the Willzy and Tox and DNA, like, you know, since day dot, really. So, you know, it's crazy shit. Like, I mean, speak to me kind of about the end of the battle. So the battle ends. Was there this sense that, oh shit, you know, this is the next guy? Like, you know, did Snoop like sort of take you aside or?
No, I got off the stage. I spoke to a couple of people in the Gab. They was impressed. I got feedback obviously from a couple of people on what they thought. Because I don't just go and ask, what do you think I did well? I always want to know, like, what did I not do well? You know, what could I improve on so I can go out there and do better next time? And I feel like I was talking to Rivers. He just said it just comes with experience. And then, like, you know, there was a bit of a buzz. You know, nothing crazy or too crazy. You know, I still got to prove myself, and that was it, really.
And I mean, talk to me about the next two battles. I don't really have notes on these as extensively, but I am interested. So your next battle was that against
Bracey?
It was against Bracey, sorry. Yeah, it was against Bracey. So, I mean, how is this getting set up? Obviously, he's a bit of a live wire. He's certainly a lot more seasoned than Reckless.
Yeah. Shout out to Bracey, man. A good friend of mine. We just, you know what it was? We just agreed to battle, and it was one of those ones where I'm not going to make excuses, but that was probably the battle I was the least, like, prepared for. In the sense that I just wasn't prepped properly at all. But Bracey did his thing, most definitely. Most definitely. Probably the battle I learnt the most from as well.
What did you learn?
But I just learned about crowd control and just general, like, stage presence from not being in that little room alone. Like, I learned a lot.
And getting to Kappz now, which was an outdoor event, is that right?
Yeah, that was in Waterloo.
Yeah, so I mean, is that more difficult for you because you kind of, you know, the acoustics are against you, or?
In a sense, yeah, because one of the biggest problems I ever had, even from Battle of the Brave, Kappz was, if you remember, Kappz kept saying, "Be louder, be louder."
Yeah.
Like my vocal projection, like being able to hear, and I mean, I was so quiet in the early stages. Like, I was so quiet in the early stages, like, but I still think I was just trying to find my feet, and maybe it was just general confidence as well. You know, it could have been a array of things, but yeah, it was just that really Kappz battle. I feel I like the writing I did for the Kappz battle. I don't know if I performed it the way I wanted to, but I enjoyed it.
Right.
So I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean, from here, obviously, whenever you battle in the UK and it's not on Don't Flop, the question persists, when's he going to go on Don't Flop? You know, we've seen recently Canal coming over, which is really, really cool. Apparently did very well. Haven't seen that yet, but definitely shout out to Canal.
I'm happy to see Canal come through, man. He's a talented guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You know, and similarly to yourself then, I suppose, you know, coming from the Gab here. I know it's not a big deal. It's not, you know, it doesn't really mean anything, but like, it's quite cool, isn't it? Had you always kind of wanted to make this move, or?
Do you know what it was? It was just one of those things where I wasn't thinking about battle rap in a big sense. Like,
sure.
I'm just a fan and it was like, you know, obviously, but Don't Flop is the biggest platform. It is the biggest platform. When I just thought to myself, you know what, I'm enjoying myself in the Gab, you know. But Danny Jack approached me and said, you know, I want to get you on this card, which was next in line. And he was like, okay. I said against two. Initially, he wasn't even against Willzy.
Right.
But then obviously on the same day, I think this was the same day Gift of the Gab had the Art of War card.
Right.
Where I think Templar battled Tony D and so on and so forth. And Earl was there, and Earl was like, you know, when are we going to get you over? Stop ducking. That's what he said to me. I said, oh man, I'll come over, man, but I just want the right opponent. And yeah, he offered me Willzy, and I know Willzy very well. Shout out to Willzy. And he said, I'll ask Willzy, see if he's on it. And yeah, Willzy agreed, and that just ended up being the card. And then the card just got bigger from there.
Yeah, the car. I mean, I was there actually. Yeah, the event was fucking phenomenal. I remember this battle vividly, as I remember pretty much all of them. Like next in line, looking back, Scoop. How good was it, man? So good.
Best in terms of atmosphere, probably the best event I've been to live.
I agree.
Like,
Actually,
the crowd was so receptive. You know, they were like, that was a proper fan crowd. That they were really receptive. They just wanted to hear bars.
True.
They just wanted to hear bars. I feel like everybody left that event happy. You know, happy with what they saw, happy with what they paid for.
Yeah, it was insane. You know, venue to house it in as well. Fiddlers, like, you know, it's just kind of like such a tight, like our bunker, as I always say, or the bunker is their Fiddlers or whatever. And you know, always got to point out Urs fashions, rocking the dreads, got the fluorescent green on, looking quite hip.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's always got that fashion sense.
Yeah,
man.
yes, yeah, he definitely has.
It's like screw your opinion, screw everybody. I'm wearing what I love.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, man. It's nice to similar to all battle rap hosts. I guess Lush as well is comparable. You can sort of see, you know, oh, it's this event because he's wearing this or whatever, and you know, it's kind of he definitely has some. It's very distinctive. It's very distinctive, and just before we get into the rounds themselves, like, you know, this is a bit more intimate, I suppose. Like, you've been on the big stage, Battle of the Bay. You've been on Gab stages, which, you know, are intimate like this, but not quite as, the atmosphere is quite as tense as a bigger opponent. Nerves or? Yeah,
a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but I had a little bit. It was just one of those things where it was like, you know what? Especially because I put a lot of expectation on myself, because the thing that people fail to understand is I had a lot of prep time for this. I had about 9 weeks, like 9-10 weeks to prep for this. So I just said to myself, you know what? I really need to deliver this here. Like, this is some of the best material I've written, and I really, really need to deliver it. Like, the thing that really put pressure on me was the fact that you put me on a card with the likes of Shocks, Tony D, Gemini, Tox. Like, you put me on a big card, and you put me on the main event section as well. So I just thought, you know what? It's like, is it kind of make or break? Because if I go up there and I fail now, people are going to say, who was this guy? So, yeah, but it turned out well. I enjoyed it.
Because see, battling me is only going to land you in dirt now, Tox. Everybody knows you for deadlines. So I came here to hand you this work now, fam. I don't care if you got drive. Because if you don't plan to reverse, just realize something as simple as coughing can land you in a hearse. So yeah, keep rapping on about all of these men that you're clapping on, because to me you sound like a snitch, and I don't talk to the fence. So there's no point trying to babble on, but just know that if you got a verse.
Oh man, it turned out better than well, man. It was crazy to behold here. And you begin in your first. You say that, you know, it's not an outrage for you to be given this battle. Really, you can't call it that. Talking of being outweighed, more white than a house slave.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I've been around more white than a house slave.
Yeah. Crazy shit here. I always have to mention it for egotistical purposes, but J Ferg is rocking the Battle Rap Resume t-shirt in the back here. It's cool to see that as you deliver bars. And one of the things you like to do in this battle a lot, Scoop, and a lot of people do this, and you know, I personally love it when it's done well, as it is in this battle. Spelling words out to make bars. You know.
That can be so hit and miss, man.
Yeah. It can be. No, it hits here. UB end up in the ER like someone called you a cab.
Oh yeah, the Uber bar. Yeah. It's like I said, it was alright, man. I just thought to myself, when you're spelling out stuff, and to a certain degree, it is a bit played out.
Yeah, I guess to a certain extent, but I mean, it works here. And I've got to be honest, Snoop, I think you're a little, Scoop, sorry. I think you're a little slept on. I think you're a little slept on here in this bar. This round going to take you for a speed bag because you're not punching above me.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was a bit mad when I wrote it, but...
Yeah, that is mad. Yeah. Just good stuff here. Again, with the similar spelling out things. Stick, flash drive, stopping, aiming at USB, like... You know, really good. People love that sort of bars, yourself and me included. One hit like Bubba Sparks, and that shit's bound to be ugly.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. And then, you know, all the stuff that you can't make up, lay a foundation. I love come with a click that'll drag, like I'm copy and pasting.
Oh yeah, I had to give a computer bar somewhere, man.
Yeah, you've got to, haven't you? There's so sort of want to alter, delete your backspace, etc. And Willzy beginning. Fair to say, a lot of Tox. I mean, Tox is a good hype man in this round.
I Tox is the most hilarious like person. You can hear him in the battle, man. Like that's fire. That's all I could hear in the background. That's fire. And it's just he just made me laugh throughout this entire battle.
Yeah, no, he gives the good ad libs definitely, and Willzy talks about doing a whole tour and a festival. Nothing equal from bars to cholesterol.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna get at me as well. I knew it. Like I knew it.
Yeah, and the whole fight. He's got 5 chins to pick from. You can end up getting slapped today. Trigger finger, catch your body mass with that index.
Nah, I liked Willzy in this battle, man.
Fire. Willzy was fire in this battle, yeah. Just a nice flow that he dips. Sculpt heads like Greek pottery is nice as well.
You had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, got the scoop. They can read all about it. I don't know if someone said that before, but that's fire as well. That's really good. 10 man in the gravel pit like Wu-Tang.
That was my favourite part around.
Yeah, that was a heavy bar. That was a heavy bar. And again, Scoop, I mean, I just noticed it through studying the, battle, but it's not a bad thing, but more spelling out bars here, at the stop of the second with the AR scheme.
Oh, the shuffle T and Marlow thing that I brought down,
Crazy shit. Dare you to run your boat with C, and you'll see an R go.
Yeah. I'll see an AR go.
See an AR go, yeah. See an AR go. Shuffle there. You do like a shuffle sort of switch up. M charge come through with an AR low.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I had to. Like, you know what it was? I was watching one of the 2-on-2s.
Right.
And it was so mad because I was looking at their names. I said, I can make something. There's an AR in the middle of Marlow. I can make something out of this.
There's an AR there. Snoop's gonna get it, man. So that's all good. So, with Kansas, man, don't want a tango. Dooman agrees for the jig, get served like a hot box. Incredible stuff here. Like a great mini scheme. Rotten teeth. Come through with decay. If you don't want your name on the plaque, don't brush me the wrong way.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Crazy.
I scoured the whole internet to see if anyone had said something similar.
I know this is kind of a we go hard term here, but you're spazzing in this round. It's like, seriously, Scoop, it's crazy to go from the hotbox bar to the picked up anywhere like a Wi-Fi hotspot to the teeth scheme, to the unlimited text scheme. Like, fuck, man. Like, and
I packed everything into that round when I was writing.
Yeah, it's just, it's an onslaught, and we get our first, not probably our first, but like a don't flop emergence of the Scoop. Like, you've got your own calling, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who the hell started doing that, or who came up. I keep saying them, I owe them a drink, or I owe them something, like, but literally, I heard it, and I just thought, damn, like, I don't know who made that, but thanks.
And then, obviously, we get into, we had mum joke time. Now, arguably, this is one of the biggest bars Don't Flop have had in recent times. The whole, follow you home for the charger.
Oh, yeah, that bar put me on the map, I think. And the thing was, it was a throwaway. I wasn't going to use it.
Right.
Like, I wasn't going to use it. And it was, I think, people had heard it was like, yeah, you need to use it.
Yeah.
Even Rivers was like, yeah, you got to say it.
Yeah.
And it just, like, I didn't expect it to get that kind of reaction.
It was insane. I remember hearing it live. I was sort of behind you on your left shoulder, kind of out of shot, towards the back of the room, and it was just, everything exploded. I remember seeing the front line go mad. You see Crafty and Heretic just going everyone's going mad, because it's such a, not only is it a really funny, absurd line and just really like refreshing and biting, I love the way you go towards him when you say follow you home for a charge. You kind of like charge towards him.
Yeah, I practiced that, like 100 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I thought it's not just how I say it, it's how I'm going to deliver it.
Yeah. It's hilarious. I mean, there's nothing else to say, really. And then you sort of have a quick marriage bar, end of a ring and a pasta, and then it kind of goes out. And Willzy saying that you write in his 2013 flow in the second. Do you agree?
No.
I
don't know where the hell that came from.
Me neither.
We sound nothing alike.
No, nothing. Tox apparently gave birth to all of you, and we get a sort of like, I've done half the shit, but double the talking, and all this sort of stuff. But it's good, it's strong. Obviously Willzy has a great persona in the ring, and he vibes out here. Real Labour, he's leading it like Jeremy Corbyn. And interesting to see in your third Scoop, you are the kind of B-Magic punch guys we've established, but you kind of go with a little bit of an angle here with Willzy's opinion on the white battlers of Don't Flop.
Oh yeah, you know what it was? I thought always say, if you want to be good at anything, work at your weaknesses. Now, I've never been like the greatest person with angles, like at all. Like I've not been good with angles whatsoever. So I thought, first off, let me pick an angle. Second of all, let me pick one that isn't obvious. And I thought, all right, cool, let me run with it. And then I thought, okay, I can get some names out of this, and it worked. It worked. I built it around that line where I said the whole line about there was a line that I said at the end of it about the birthday.
The
thing,
birthday, yeah, leap year, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that line was. I remember tweeting that, or I was live tweeting the event, and I tweeted that, and that got a huge reaction. And yeah, so you sort of say, you know, all these people could you. It's inventive as well because you invite the crowd. You know, could he beat Shuffle? Could he beat Sharks, Raptor, etc. Everyone's saying no, and then you kind of, you know, as a viewer in your head, you're like, oh no, well no, he clearly couldn't. Like, no offense to Willzy, but I think, you know, those guys would beat him. Sol wouldn't give you a shot if he walked in with a chaser, which is really nice as well. And yeah, you've done Checkpoint, Sunburn, Career Like a Leap Year, not seen a birthday in 4 years. Loves that. Goes crazy.
Yeah, went mad. Like, you went mad.
Yeah.
I just think, because he said to me after the battle, he said it was just the originality of it.
Yeah, it was crazy. And from, I mean, for a quick quid, take that for a quick loan as well is sort of another one as well. Like, again, like, a phenomenal performance that you pull out, which you win as well at this huge event in front of a crowd that are there for Shocks and Tony, there for Gemini and Tox, you know what I mean? They're there for everyone, and you just kind of, you know, became part of that mythos. You did so well. Like, you must have been on cloud nine, man. Like, what a stack of performances you've been putting together.
Yeah, it was just like after Next in Line, I was just like, wow, like, you know, everybody was just kept caught in the Charger thing. Everyone just kept quoting the Charger thing, and they were like, "Oh yeah, the Scoop guy, he came through and gives to the Gab, and he just killed it." I was just happy to be part of a good battle because obviously Willzy definitely showed up and did his thing. I think it was so debatable. When we got back in the room and I got the decision, obviously I was happy, I was ecstatic, but I was just happy to be part of a classic battle because one of the things that I wanted was to have a battle that people could watch over again. Because it's like, don't get me wrong, you get a lot of battles that get released, even battles you anticipate, but you only watch them once.
Yeah.
Because they don't like, it's what they call, you know what they say, oh, the battle doesn't have replay value. And I'm happy because me and Willzy has replay value on both sides.
It really does.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for pretty much all the battles from Next in Line were brilliant. I think this is one that just is just evenly sided and yeah, really fun to watch. Urge people to go back. It's just quality throughout as well. Like, it's quite a long battle. I think it's like 20 odd minutes or something in the grand scheme of things, but it's really keeps your attention, you know, a fascinating watch. And quite a long break between Next in Line till the Birmingham event, which was obviously a fantastic event. But if I remember you on Viewpoint or something like that, was sort of calling out Tox quite early. It seemed you wanted to battle him.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, I know Tox. So it's like, we got wind that Don't Flop was going to do North versus South again. So I just thought to myself, you know what? Try and weasel my way onto this card. And I said, yo, I just sent a shot at Tox online. Like, I said, Tox, yo, what were you saying? Like, let's get it in. And he just replied, you know how he does in meme format.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he says not a bad idea. I said, yeah, okay, no worries. And then I think that's when we got the inbox from Bracey saying, yeah, we can set that up. We can set that up. And yeah, that's how it came about.
So whether or not you're good, it's still up in the air like a fragrance. And that's because you've never been cooking. You're just over the top like an apron. Like, it's mad. Because if I come off the hip, I'm a wasting. But if I come true with a click, we'll drag it. Like I'm copying and pasting. But I mean... Why do you hide girls at events, fam?
Again, as Fiddlers was, as this is, a different type of crowd, like a sold out big room that's used for like bands. You know, I was there. It was a really, really cool venue. I've seen a few bands there before. Obviously saw the event there. Like, was this, I mean, it's kind of a whole new different challenge, isn't it? When you've got like a huge sea of people listening to you.
Yeah. It's a good challenge that you these different crowds. I'm happy like to be in front of all different crowds because you get to learn and you get to learn what works, what doesn't, what to do in front of a big crowd. Like one thing of being in front of a big crowd also helps with your projection because it's like with a room, that room was more long and narrow as opposed to wide. So it's like you gotta make sure even the people in the back can hear you.
Yeah, totally. And when you get into being introduced as well, the slogan rings out of the crowd, which is crazy to hear, man. I mean, that is just, we said it before, but it is such a cool thing to have around.
Oh yeah, it was. I can't lie, it was, man.
It was amazing. Tox gets in, type of guy to booby trap with Scooby Snack. Lots of talk about doing nothing in the game, structure setups like crap buildings, and it talks about sort of battle rapper with big old titties, man is official.
Yeah, Tox had a lot of good stuff. Tox had a good round, first round as well. Had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, pop shit like John Wick, and he just Tox does have that great energy really to him that can just win someone over. And from the first beat of the first round of yours here, Scoop, you go straight into his face. You're quite aggressive.
Yeah, I said to myself, like, dude, the thing is, when Tox has got a lot of stage presence and he's very vocal, and I said to myself, bro, I'm near enough the same height and double the size of you. You're not gonna scream at me. Like, you are not about to scream at me. I'm gonna use my strengths. And one of my strengths is the fact that I outweigh you by a considerable amount. So I literally just walked up to him and said, "Yeah, this is where I'm going to stand and deliver my bars for this whole round."
Yeah. Take no Tox. No, yeah, steadfast. Take no Tox. Guy wouldn't blow up if I shortened his name to an acronym.
Yeah, man.
Kind of just.
I was so happy when I thought that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Quite a bit slept on here. Everyone knows you're here for deadlines. Came here to hang you for this work.
Oh, hang on, I do this. Yeah, even Lazy Ass Jack said that to me at the last training days.
Right.
He said he was going mad. He said he was going mad, but no one else got it.
Yeah, it was hard. Something as simple as coughing can land you in a hearse. The Gaviscon bar, the curled up for the cheese like quavers.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't even expect that to pop like that.
Yeah. I actually took a few friends to the event. I was there with a few people, and one of them, Sam, I had on the show afterwards, and we were doing like a sort of recap. And one of the bars that you mentioned actually that he loved, this is like his first battle event, was Plastic Surgeon. Once you go under the knife, you're coming up a whole different person.
Oh yeah, I was happy when I thought that.
Yeah, I mean, crazy, like, just that real simple idea, Scoop, like, talk whilst holding it down, like I sent you a voice note.
Oh yeah, like, I've always tried to say, do you know what it is? People, I think what resonates with the crowd is when you say things that they can relate to as well.
And it's funny actually that you did that bar, because I just had E. Farrell on recently, and he had a similar bar. It's not like biting or anything, but it's kind of got the similar idea. Turn it up whilst holding it down like I open a pill cap.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's pretty fire bar. And then I love this sequence here at the end, the football sequence. I know a man that will kill you for sport, literally come off the bench for a sub.
Oh yeah, I was happy. I think Quill tweeted that.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Bullets like when you don't play well for your country, dropped after the first cap.
Yeah, even Tox reacted to that.
Jesus, that's so fucking... That's a crazy bar, that is. That's a seriously good bar. And then do you remember the start of the second where Tox is talking about you wearing a wire, and then you point out that he's actually wearing one as well?
Yeah, you know what? I thought to myself, when he said that, I said, bro, really? I said, I don't even have to rebuttal. I'm just going to point at it.
Yeah. I think someone in the comments said it was like one of the world's first wordless rebuttals, and it is a sight to see here. He sort of goes into Gift of the Gab in his second, and it's not bad here. But you kind of in this second as well. Again, not really an angle as such, but you sort of you suggest that he had the 2014 tryout against Future, which was brilliant, but hasn't really killed since. After that battle, a lot of man called you the truth, but like your provisional, you got to hold this L because everything else has been a lie since.
Yeah, there's a little wordplay I was trying to play with, man.
Really good, man. And, Catch a Man Festival, put a bottle over his head, you can get glassed and buried.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't like it, but... I tried.
Yeah, the Cuff Links line was dope.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I remember that.
Mad. I mean, it just really a real interesting round from you here. And then... But, I mean, talking about this battle as well, you sort of had this other battle, and when you had the third round about the sort of the eating ass stuff, like that was quite interesting.
No. He should have known that was coming. He really should have known that was coming, man. That was my only obvious angle for him.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I mean, you said like every battle of yours has been a waste since. Every Tox I see, like crazy.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much.
And, no. I mean, just like outstanding quality, really. Another really good battle, man. When you get a like flag, it's like, how are you keeping so creative? Because like your stuff takes such imagination to put together.
You know what it is? It's not taking too many battles all at once.
Yeah, it's true.
There's always been like a good space between my battles, like a decent enough writing space. I think DNA was the shortest prep time I ever had.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. So we'll get onto DNA, which was a great surprise for most people involved. As I said very early on, it is deserved, definitely, in as much as it has been meteoric. Like, how did this begin?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought I was being pranked, man. Like when I can't lie to you, I was like, was like, hollering me about the whole checkpoint situation. I thought I would have been happy with a pre-party battle. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously it was such a big card, and the thing about it was like I don't like the ridiculous short prep time. But then he was like, "Oh, DNA," and I was like, "Oh man," I didn't say yes straight away. I asked him if I could just you just give me a day to think about it because it's a big opportunity. Like, it's a really, really big opportunity. I don't want to go up there and get destroyed, so to say, and then kind of obviously destroy the work that I've put in. I thought about it. I spoke to a couple of people. I spoke to Tony D.
Right.
I spoke to Rivers, and Tony D just looked and said to me that I'd have to be an idiot not to take it.
Yeah.
Like Tony D was like, "I don't even know why you're asking me this shit. Just call it."
Oh man, he's such a sage. He's.
Rivers is like, "You'd have to be on drugs to say no."
Yeah.
And I just called him back and said, "Yeah, set it up."
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, it was such a joy to sort of discover that on the card. Really, really interesting there. And this was the first battle of the day, was it? I think it was.
Yeah, it was first. Very first battle.
And I mean, were you okay with that? I guess because it's DNA, it's kind of, it can be anywhere. It's just an entertaining thing. But did you want to let it soak in? Did you want to get it out the way to a certain extent, or?
I was happy. Happy as hell because battle rap crowds, like first battle of the day. To me, if you can go first, is always best because you've got the crowd early. You've got a fresh crowd, and especially for an event like Checkpoint where everybody was so amped for the card. It was like, yeah, man, to go first is probably best.
If you don't show me where the bills are, I'm going to make sure that I press one into his chest, heart, and his left. You know what? Fuck all of that. You said you let the machete spray. How's he going to trouble me? I mean, this guy wouldn't make sense if I broke him down to his currency now. Picture him trying to beef me. If I'm out aiming his spine, I'm putting this down like an EP, or I might catch him on his bike, and then put him in the air like ET.
You sort of kick it off well, because did you feel any sort of pressure? Because you face some good names, Willzy and Tox, etc. But DNA is like a whole different kettle of fish.
Yeah, man, he's an international legend. I mean, I've been a DNA fan.
Yeah.
So, I had to block it out. I actually had to block it out. I said, I'm a fan of this guy, but I'm going to have to block it out because it's just another day in the office today.
And it is mad, isn't it? DNA, I think he's the most viewed in the world at the moment. So it's like, it's just
a lot, man.
Yeah, it is a lot. I think him and Arsenal are still sort of tussling for it at the top of Verse Tracker, but I'm pretty sure DNA is at the moment. And that is just, it's just insane to see, really. But you show no fear, or you not cowed. Showed it to Man City not to do a thing like Pep is quite nice. The Arsenal give his top 4 bar was really nice as well. We get the first scoop uttered. I love stabbed and won't have a clue who did it. Anonymous tip.
Oh yeah. I remember when I wrote. I remember when I initially showed that to Rivers, and he was like, "Yeah, that's crazy."
Yeah, that is great. So is Rivers one of the main people you sort of share or show bars to? Or?
Oh yeah, Rivers is my guy, man. Good friend outside of this battle rap shit as well.
Yeah.
He's heard most of my stuff. Obviously, I've showed Tony some of my stuff as well. There's a lot of the guys I talk to. Tony, Shock, a lot of them. They're all good people. They'll listen. They listen and give their own. They give their honest opinion.
Yeah, completely. No, I had Rivers on the show actually for a Battle Rap Resume way back when, and it was awesome to talk to the guy. The guy is just very knowledgeable about the sort of writing process. Clearly loves it as well. That was Battle Rap Resume 54. If people want to go back, just search Rivers onto the thing and check it out. It was a really good episode. But I mean, when you're getting into that sort of mode though, when you're writing, like, did you sort of are you pen and pad? Are you on your phone? What is the kind of method?
It's weird. My methods have changed. When I battled Reckless, Bracey, and I was writing pen and paper, very old school. I've got a pad that I use. I use an app called Evernote. I just write in notes.
Yeah.
But for DNA, I wrote my first and second round all in the head. I didn't write a single thing down.
Jesus, what? And remembered it all?
I remembered it all. I didn't write a thing down. I kept going over and over it until I just got it. I didn't want to write it down. I had like little ideas that I kept in my phone, but then the structure of it I kept in the head. I kept in my mind.
That's mad. Like, for someone who has quite a bad memory really for performing, like, how did you develop that? How do you have two full verses without any ink? Like,
it's weird because I was watching that battle rapper B Dot.
Yeah.
He did a whole blog about how to do it.
Wow.
And the reason why, like, a lot of battle rappers, he says, focus so much on the writing. Like you said, writing is extremely important, but it takes away from their performance. And he was just like, you said the mind is a muscle. Like, it's just muscle memory. The more and more you try something, the better you become. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have the best memory in the world, but it has gotten better over time. And I thought, my first round, I didn't write any of it down. And then the second round, I think I got to at least the 1 minute 50 mark. I didn't write anything. I mean, and I'm trying to do that a bit more now.
Yeah, there was just real quality here in the first. I think you sort of tell him to get the fuck out of here, and sort of the click like I'm speaking Swahili. That's quite new for you, that style.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, and found out there's no clicks in Swahili. I thought I was misinformed. Yeah, I was like, oh, damn. But I think there's a different dialect with the clicks, and I think I got them mixed up. But it is what it is, man. It still popped on the day, so I ain't gonna complain.
Yeah, no, completely. It definitely was still really, really strong here. And, DNA does what he does, really. He kind of has this pre-packaged H2, but it's still delivered well with some vigor, got the scoop, TMZ, when I break the hands, you'll be looking at the Doctor Strange, there's some good stuff. Give you these two scoops, Baskin and Robbins. It's quite a fun flow for him. It's not quite as incisive. We do have a sort of lighter match scheme, which has kind of been done to death, really. But, I mean, regardless of that, it's still good. Love your second here. Welcome into London. Beef round here for sending a letter, get stamped over a postcode.
Yeah, I remember that. He gets stamped over a post.
Over a postcode. Yeah, it's just crazy. Holding the DE for any man who want to compose.
Yeah, man. I tried to literally say. I said I need to really punch a lot in this battle. I tried to be intricate. Just punch every line if I can.
Yeah. Holding the clip like selfie stick. Get the clips of extension.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah,
crazy. And DNA, he's won for the Zeitgeist bar, the bar happening at the time. So we do get a sort of Klitschko punch, obviously, with him. Won't drop from these British punches. I ain't Klitschko, which is nice. But before that's nice as well. This DNA hook even made Kendrick Lamar say, "Damn."
Yeah, that was bar.
Yeah, that was fire. Willy Wonka, if Charlie Bucket, we ain't with the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
So there we go for that one there. And like you flip the Klitschko thing to real punches of bread in the UK. Was that pre-medded or?
I tell you what, I was online the day, about 3 days before the battle, and take Note Tox myself, put it on Viewpoint. He said, "How much money do you want to bet that this guy's gonna drop a Klitschko bar?" And he said, "Scoop, you better have something written down for this." And it was like, I had an idea of what I would say, and I knew he was going to say something about the Klitschko fight, so I just said, all right, cool. I just thought of a little line, and I did it, and it worked.
It's crazy.
First time I've ever rebelled as well, so.
Yeah. Did it feel good? I guess it's such a unique sort of feeling, isn't it?
It's like a little milestone. I can say I've done it now. So.
Yeah, a little achievement. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was, and just a good round as well. Everything coming from DBS because you lack conviction is just astonishing. Really, like it beat. I think most people agree that you beat DNA. What do you think? Who won?
I think I got it 2-1. I feel I got it 2-1. I feel if you say it's debatable, I won't be mad at that.
Yep.
But definitely, I think I got it 2-1. I think first round I clearly took.
Yeah.
I think I clearly took. I feel it was probably my strongest round of the battle anyway. But I feel I got it 2-1. I give him the third round. Definitely, I think his third round was stronger than mine, especially with the pocket check rebuttal as well. Jesus Christ.
Sure.
So,
yeah, that was crazy, man. And that brings us pretty much up to date. I remember speaking to you at the event actually, and you were talking about some of the people you want to battle. I think you said Respect BA was one of them.
Yeah, it look like it won't happen for a little while, but I still want it to go down.
Well, I mean, yeah, eventually that can go down in the future. Is there anyone else you got your eyes on to battle?
There's a couple people that I'm gonna have to see. A couple people I want to see. I want to bring Big J back as well. Battle Big J. Me and Danka has to happen at some point too.
Yeah.
That was supposed to happen. And to be honest, yeah, the person he's such a good friend of mine. But a lot of people have been asking for it, and I'm gonna do it. It will be Frankie.
Really?
Yeah, I have to battle Frankie. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh man, nah, man." I said, "Nah, man. People gotta keep asking for it."
Yeah. It's quite
People ask for, I spoke to Jay Short. Probably have to do that in a small room as well.
That'd be a good like training day sort of headliner or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind at all. Like, I don't mind like battling. There's a lot of people who I think are very talented that I wouldn't mind battling at all.
Definitely. What, Shocks?
Oh man, I'm not trying to die anytime soon. So,
yeah, he's incredible, right?
He is. I mean, he's been a good supporter of mine from the get go.
Yeah.
But I mean, like the level that he brought in that soul battle.
Yeah.
Like the level was like, and don't get me wrong, I'd heard the stuff beforehand.
Yeah.
I'd heard one of the rounds beforehand, but I just thought to myself, Jesus Christ, like this is like him and Soul to me was just like I don't even know how, I don't have words to describe it. It was the best to me, the best UK battle I've seen live.
Yeah, was it better than Shocks Tony?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was. Yeah,
it was definitely like. And I think obviously because there was something on the line as well, probably why they both went the way they did. Yeah. I mean, Soul, come on now. Soul doesn't need any introduction. He's an incredible writer.
Oh yeah, of course, he's the best.
But I think Shocks just wanted it so bad.
Yeah, that was phenomenal, and equally your battle with DNA was really good the whole event. So I guess just to wrap us up then, Scoop, we got a few quickfire questions for you. The first one being, what's your favourite Don't Flop battle?
I'm trying to see. That's a good one. Now I have a few. I don't even have one.
Reel off a few, please.
I like Shuffle T and Heretic.
Yo, right, yeah, that's a good battle. Yeah, that is a good battle.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Respect BA and Tony. Definitely, yeah. Respect BA and Tony was a good battle. Tony and Yunnan.
Tony's amazing in that battle.
Yeah, Tony and definitely. I like Raptor and Tony.
Raptor is amazing. That's one of the best Don't Flop performances ever. That Raptor in that one.
Yeah, it was by a country mile.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think because there's so many good battles. Like,
I mean, that's enough. I mean, yeah, just ones that come to the top of your head, I guess. Just whatever you think of. So, what about King of the Dot?
DNA and Disaster.
The first one.
Yeah. I never watched the second one because I don't like watching rematches.
Yeah. It's not great, but yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, that's a dope battle.
Very dope, man. I think that's the best I've seen either one of them.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, that is true, actually. I think definitely DNA, yeah, is really good in that battle. But yeah, this is also remarkable. What about URL?
Oh, man. Yeah. URL, Nitty and Av, probably best bar for bar battle I've seen.
Yeah.
Best back and forth bar for bar battle. Chiller Jones and B Magic.
Amazing battle, yeah.
Yeah, I go back and watch that a lot. JC and Chiller.
JC, yeah, that's mine, yeah.
Yeah, JC and Chiller, definitely. And I'm thinking, if I had to top one off, it was from Summer Madness 2, which I was at, actually.
What? You're at Summer Madness 2?
Yeah, I was in New York at the time.
No way, that's so cool. What was it like?
You couldn't describe the atmosphere in that room, man.
Yeah, it was incredible watching it back.
It was crazy, man. Calico and Lux.
You saw Calico and Lux live?
Yeah, man.
Oh
I
my
was in the
god!
building.
Shit, that's crazy.
First person I've ever seen choke and get cheered. I've never seen that in my flipping life, bro.
Yeah. That was a resurrection. That was ungodly. That's crazy, man. What? Okay, so final two questions. The first one being your favorite movie.
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe probably The Godfather.
Nice choice. Yeah.
Yeah, probably Godfather. Yeah, I said Godfather.
Yeah, Godfather's a good choice. It's one of those endlessly watchable ones, isn't it? It's just
most definitely.
Well, okay, and finally, your favorite band or musical artist that is in no way hip hop related.
That is no way hip hop related.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Though.
Yeah. It's quite tough.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because I listen to so much. Like I do listen to a lot of things. I've got a wide variety of music. I know in terms of hip hop related. I listen to a lot of R&B, so I'd say Donald Jones.
Okay, cool. Well, Scoop, this has been fucking great, man. I guess, how do people get at you? Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah, so if you want to get at me on Twitter, it's scoop_SE25. You're going to get on me on Instagram, it's bigscoop_SE25. That's it really,
Yeah. Well, I want to urge everyone to, watch all these battles back, Scoop. You've really not been in the game long. Obviously, we're going to have you back when you've had more battles because, we're still early days. You've battled DNA, but we're still early days, which is kind of the crazy thing. But it's been so good having you on, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me, man.